Almost 2.5 years have passed since the release of the DJI Mavic Air 2. A lot of newer and more expensive drones have been released. So is it still worth buying? Let's find out. The Mavic Air 2 features half-an-inch CMOS sensor with the ability to record 4K up to 60 frames per second. It also has the ability to shoot 48 megapixel photos with obstacle avoidance and OcuSync 2.0, which is what DJI calls their transmission system that supports up to 1080p 30 frames per second to a 10-kilometer range. The battery is rated at 34 minutes of flight time, but in reality it is a bit closer to 28 minutes or 25 minutes, depending on how you fly the drone, of course. But probably the best thing about this drone is how portable it is, considering how much power it's packing. I know there's the mini series, which is a lot more smaller, lightweight and portable, kinda is even smaller than the palm of your hand, but the Air series still remains very portable and packs a lot of power. The DJI Air 2 weighs 570 grams and it slides easily into my daily backpack, and I will gladly trade a few hundred grams for more stability when flying. On paper, the Mavic Air 2 sounds great, but what about the real world? And boy, does it deliver. The 4K video quality is great and sharp, and the camera does a pretty good job of exposing in auto mode. But for maximum control, switching to manual mode will let you control pretty much everything except for the fixed f2.8 aperture. Still, I have never felt that I'm missing out on video quality since it is pretty great, and unless you put it side by side to its successor, the Air 2S, you can't really notice the difference. Even then, a lot of people will not be able to tell which one is the Air 2 and which one is the Air 2S. The HDR mode works really well when shooting in harsh sunlight, but I found out that it kinda introduces a lot of noise into the shadows. Not sure why, maybe this is a software thing, but if you have the time on your hands, I would recommend shooting in D-Cine-like and then color grading in post yourself. Color grading D-Cine-like doesn't take much time and it's really easy. If you opt for the Fly More combo, which gives you 3 batteries, you also get a set of ND filters, which is necessary when shooting in harsh sunlight. By using ND filters, you get more natural looking motion blur, which is a lot more realistic and looks more beautiful than if you were shooting in harsh sunlight, which is going to result in a very high shutter speed. The 48 megapixel photos are razor sharp from corner to corner. Although if you want to get technical, it's a 12 megapixel sensor, not a 48 megapixel sensor, but you still get the full 48 megapixel resolution, which is handy if you want to zoom in since you have a lot of megapixels on your hand. The dynamic range is also pretty great when shooting in RAW, but for some reason you can't turn off JPEG and shoot only in RAW. You can either shoot in JPEG only or JPEG and RAW. It's a minor issue, but I guess you can't have everything. Flying the Mavic Air 2 is a breeze. It takes a few days to get used to it, and thanks to the obstacle avoidance and the sensors, beginners will have no issue flying this drone. Even after 2 years of flying the drone, it is still very much fun to take it out of my bag, rocket it up to the sky, and just drive full speed in sports mode across the sea. With speeds reaching up to 70 kilometers an hour, this is a very fast drone, depending on the wind, of course. The Mavic Air 2 is packed with safety features, including front and back sensors, which either brakes or bypasses when it detects an object. However, it does not have side sensors, which I've had to learn the hard way. I've crashed the drone probably 3 times, going left and right. But overall, for durability, after several crashes, it is still in perfect condition and it works as intended. Some scratches here and there, but it is a very mighty drone since it is made out of high quality plastics. This is one of the things that I favor bigger drones than the mini series, since it can take a hit or two, and sometimes the mini is just too small and any hit it'll just crash and collapse. To conclude this video, the Mavic Air 2 is a mighty drone with a lot of power to pack. And at just under $800, it is $500 cheaper than the Mavic Air 2S for the Fly More combo, which is a steal. I don't recommend buying the normal combo. I always recommend buying the Fly More combo since you get 3 batteries and you get a set of ND filters and a few extra propellers just in case one of your propellers breaks. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like down below, subscribe for more content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.